Hello there, welcome back to the Common Man's Arkham City playthrough with no damage and no upgrades. The PC playthrough continues as we make our way through to the deeper parts of the museum, and we're just saving some GCPD cops right now. For those of you who tuned into the last video, we are actually dabbling in some of those mods I mentioned. So, keen viewers, once again, this is the Arkham Asylum suit mod. So you'll see that the Arkham Asylum suit is being used here instead of the Arkham City one. That's battle damaged. Pretty good mod, I must say. They must have ripped it straight from the last game because there's literally no imperfections whatsoever. As we make our way across the ice, make sure to crouch here. I'm very used to playing this on New Game Plus, where you still have the line launcher, so you can literally just make your way through this room without even touching the ground. But of course, we're here on New Game on Hard, so we'll have no such amenities. It's the second GCPD officer on the right here, so you want to go right first. I made the mistake of going up to the left initially, but Batman said probably should save these freezing to death cops first. So, there's that.
Stole it from Mr. Freeze.
So we're going to make our way over here. In the latest recording session, I believe disaster has struck the playthrough once again. I think my PC froze up for about 10 minutes of recorded footage, so I've missed around 10 minutes of the next sequence after the museum, but we can talk about that when we get there, I guess. But yeah, for a first playthrough on the Common Man's channel, plagued with technical inadequacy, so maybe we can fix that for the next one. I'm thinking Arkham Origins, but completely open to anything else. Been wanting to play New Vegas for a while. I think the PS3 version is not too fantastic from the reviews I've read. Yeah, we're trying to save the GCPD cops once again. They're not very good at their jobs, I feel like. A bit incompetent. Captured once again in the middle of the room, so we're going to easily just take down quite a few in a row here. The permutation in this room being that these guys now have thermal goggles, so they can see you through smoke, and they can see you up on gargoyles if you're there for too long. They'll take a quick look at you and spray you down. But obviously that's no matter. And we can just take these guys out one by one. But yes, our favourite friend, the smoke pellet, has lost some of its competency. As we backlaw disarm that guy. It's a curious thing to note about all the sort of combat engagements in this game. If the last enemy, the last enemy that's left in any given combat room is always going to be more susceptible to like one hits. So just like that example, typically that backlaw disarm would not knock him out straight away. You'd have to ground pound him. But if he's the last one, the game says, wrap it up, and yeah, it sort of ends the encounter right then and there. So now we've found Mr. Freeze's suit. We don't really know what that's for yet, technically, but I can tell you now that it's to use the disruptor to disrupt the freeze gun that Penguin has taken from him. So now we're going to find Mr. Freeze himself.
Hello, Batman. Can you hear me? Of course you can.
All bullying from the Penguin here.
Thought you'd like a little entertainment to go along with the ice skating.
And we'll be going into the hammer fight, the second hammer fight. This guy has a sickle. For you, historians out there, hammer and sickle, Russian brothers. It is what it is. I think you can put the two and two together. One of the great empires of all time. Nothing more. So absolutely destroyed. And we're going to do just the same. The the mean fist of the Batman is going to here to crush communism once again. So here we've just disabled that gate that would auto-raise. Make sure to do that before you encounter these guys. Quickly take them out, and we're into the next room. Still finding my footing with some of the cuts here, but hopefully they're not too aggressive. Put some of the spray gel on the wall here, and immediately get fisted by Mr. One-Armed Man, taking out his twin. Let's see what he can do to us. Once again, we're heavily neutered here because we don't have the Bat Swarm. So what I'd recommend if you do have the Bat Swarm is, and the special 5 times combo, you're really, not in a lot of danger at all, because you can quickly build up a 5 combo off the big guy himself, and then press the Bat Swarm combo, so that'd be square and X on PlayStation. And yeah, that stuns everyone around you, and you can immediately keep doing the same thing over and over again until the fight's over, basically. So a nice quick little free flow 60 right there. Nice and easy fight. Please do let me know if you need any specific combat tips. It's one of the great combat systems of all time. Happy to make you look good out there while you're dealing out some justice as we fly kick the air. I do like the Arkham Asylum suit. I feel like it's much more sort of detailed and bespoke, the model itself, and whereas Arkham City is more generic. But the one thing they did miss the mark in is, I reckon, the cape itself. Cape doesn't really have a nice little shape to it like the Arkham City one does, and I'm sure they specifically designed that one because you're looking at it for so long when you're flying around the city. It looks really good in all the lighting, so we'll just be using the Arkham Asylum suit for this specific playthrough. One thing I forgot about when actually applying this suit was that you can enter a code, a secret, I think it's the Konami code, at the main menu, and pick any suit you want for a new game playthrough. So typically you can only pick new suits for a new game plus playthrough, and customize how Batman looks. It looks like, for those keen viewers out there, you can enter a code in and pick whatever suit you want. Look like a clown on the first way through. Alright, so we've gone back and forth. We've got the Disruptor, the Freeze Override, and we'll be moving on to take out the Penguin. I think Nolan North did a fantastic job voicing the Penguin. You really cannot tell it's him, although you can tell it's him you can tell it's Nolan North voicing a bunch of the other thugs in this game, because they sound exactly like Mr. Nathan Drake just running around trying to cower from the bat. Making our way through the Iceberg Lounge, in for a little teethy surprise. Yeah, it's looking like the southeast coast of Australia right now. I think there's been about 3 shark attacks in the space of a week. It's quite ridiculous. So we've traversed Bondi Beach there, up into the Iceberg Lounge proper. Many fans of this place will know this is where they've sort of reshaped this room itself. The bottom floor, this is where that infamous community challenge takes place in Arkham Knight, and there is a map here on Arkham City as well. I think that was one of the DLCs or a PlayStation exclusive or something like that back in the day. But I haven't played Arkham City for the challenge map in quite a while.
I'm too far away.
So here I'm going to spam this because I don't know the range and I don't want to be ducking through the Penguin's gun once again, in which case I do get hit and have to reload. Now we move on to an annoying fight with Mr. Solomon Grundy. Born on a Monday, you see. Looking quite epic there. The Arkham Asylum suit is one for the ages, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard to believe that they came up with that in 2009. Like, really amazing. Completely sort of distinct from anything from the Nolan movies. They were very popular at the time. The Dark Knight had just come out the year prior. And I think last week they had put some of the footage from the video game tie into that one. That one sort of surfaced online, and it looks completely unremarkable. What a different timeline it would have been if they had released that game instead of this one.
Let's see how much that ugly son of a bitch can take.
Yeah, kudos to Rocksteady for just sticking with the comic accurate sort of Batman and carving out their own universe. These games are now legendary because of that decision. Moving into second phase now, a bit trickier here. Funny thing about this is the checkpoint here. If you reload this, he can attack you off screen. So I spawn in immediately and get attacked. Or I'm already getting attacked or grabbed or something. So yeah, be careful not to. If you're going for the no damage stipulation, be warned. There is a sort of bullshit checkpoint here where he can just grab you while the screen is black. Yeah, don't think they really thought that one through. So phase 2 now over. We're going to finish Grundy, supposedly. A suit looking absolutely epic here.
Well, what do you know? You really can't kill that bastard.
This was a really awesome fight back in the day. My introduction to Solomon Grundy. Very cool. I think since then he's appeared in lots of stuff. Like, I think there's some sort of variation of him in The Arrow, stuff like that. Really cool villain. Although a bit, I guess he's like Bane, except he can't talk. And it's probably better for all other purposes. So once again, we're looking to fire the quick fire explosive into these little generators or something, as we dodge the little cockroaches that seep from Grundy's arsehole, I'm sure. It's 2 out of 3. Quite generous, the hitboxes on some of these AoE attacks. They really give you really well coded, so they don't feel like they're absolute bullshit. And you dodge what you think you're supposed to, for the most part. Now the fight is actually over. Now what's left is a quick little beatdown sequence. Looks like when he's actually grabbing you as well, you don't lose too much. I don't think you lose any health, so no damage stipulation met. So here you just probably want to run to one side as soon as this sequence starts with the penguin trying to shoot rockets at you. And then of course, finally put the beat down on Mr. Cobblepot and take him out of the rest of the game. Now we're reunited back with Mr. Freeze. And now to actually synthesize the cure for the disease, Mr. Freeze has told us that we need to bind the cure to human DNA.
Oh, wait a minute. I
So
found in Ra's al Ghul's blood. Okay, Bruce, I guess you need to go after him. But please,
yeah, the key is in Ra's al Ghul's blood, so we're going to go find him. And to do that, we're going to follow a trail of blood from one of the League of Shadows assassins. Do they call it League of Shadows in this, or is that just the Nolan Batverse rubbing off on me. The League of Assassins, Alfred says right there. League of Assassins, not the League of Shadows. You know, members of the League of Shadows, being as Bruce once was, you know, he's completely sort of adept at tracing these guys down. So much like I am, I know exactly where this blood trail leads, because you can quite easily see it in detective mode. So glide over here where I am going, and here it is. Here's the end of the blood trail. Rather than doing shitty traversal across the city, here's the end of the trail. So just come right here and scan these bandages, whilst she takes a cheap shot in the back and runs away. I feel like she probably could have just killed Batman right there. Like, what is that? Anyway,
way to find Rage is to get a tracker on that.
we're going to chase this one down and put a tracker on her. And this leads into like a very surprising moment. When I first played the game, it's the first appearance of Mr. Robin. I believe this iteration is Tim Drake, and it's sort of the first member of the Bat family that we sort of see, apart from obviously talking to Oracle all throughout the first game and whatnot. So yeah, it really chose to expand the universe here, and they did it really sensibly. It's not too much of a big deal. It's sort of short and sweet, and obviously sets up his upcoming DLC in this game. We're coming up to the disaster now, so we've used the tracker, and now we can track the assassin back to the hideout, which is way deep underground. And this is where we see a sort of tonal shift in the game, and really gets a bit dark and sort of mysterious, and you think some shit's really about to go down with the bat. So we're just going to traverse all the way over here, follow the beacon, and it's going to lead us to the underground sort of entrance, which there is a cool little Killer Croc Easter egg in there if you want to get sidetracked. And you'll see here I've switched back to the normal suit as well. Just over multiple play sessions. I think the Arkham Asylum, I think Rocksteady did make the right call on the actual cape itself. Huge difference to how it looks while you're going through the game. So here we are. You can jump straight down. You can ignore the other armed guards all around there. Run your way through this way, and we can hopefully make our way down to Wonder City. Needless line launcher there. Jump on down, and this is what the Joker henchman equivalent looked like with the beatdown armor. So he's just wearing a bunch of rubber pads on himself and dressed up like a clown. Let me take these guys out, and I think that'll be it for this part.